My grandmother was married at the age of 13 and left school after passing the 8th grade. Despite her lack of formal education and a life lived in the rural northwest of Pakistan, she was intelligent and ambitious. She convinced her husband to move their family to Peshawar, the largest city in the region, and ensured that all 6 of her children received the best education available. My grandmother's almost ferocious support of her children's education encouraged her youngest child, my mother, to enroll as the only female in a class of 80 at the local business school. On the first day of classes, my mom's teacher asked every student in the room about their plans for the future. When my mom responded that she wanted to travel to America to get her MBA, he laughed. Mama remained unfazed. She eventually did go on to get her MBA at the University of Chicago, and it is thanks to her determination that I enjoyed a world-class education and the comforts of the West. It is no coincidence that Pakistan is both one of the poorest nations in the world and also one of the most illiterate. Women and girls in particular are suffering from the lack of educational opportunities. Only 36% of Pakistani women are literate, and such appallingly low rates of literacy have been associated with early marriages, unhealthy children and mothers, and acute poverty. Ultimately, nations must be held responsible for the education of their people, spending more of their annual GDP on education, reforming their educational systems, and teaching citizens the value of a good education can go far to improve literacy. But there is a great deal that normal individuals can do to help girls receive the educational opportunities they currently lack. That is why my mom and I are starting a girls' elementary school in our home village, the same village that my grandmother left so many years ago. Our village, Kangra, is in a province where the female literacy rate is 28%, even lower than the national level of 36%, and has no schools exclusively for girls. Girls can only attend the local co-educational school until the 3rd or 4th grade because in a conservative village like Kangra, girls and boys must study separately from that point on, and there aren't enough classrooms to keep the girls enrolled. We started from the ground up by establishing a small NGO, the Kulsum Foundation for Girls, named for my grandmother, gathering donations and talking to Kangra citizens and builders. Now, 6 months later, and after countless setbacks, we have begun construction of the school building, our curriculum has been established, and the search for teachers has begun. Even one properly educated girl can change the entire landscape of her community. We are building the school with the intention of sustaining growth. We want the few girls we can reach to then reach out to others, and so work together to build a better life for all women in Pakistan. Given the chance, there is no limit to what these girls can do. Who knows? Maybe one of our future students will go on to get an MBA in America. I certainly wouldn't laugh at the thought.